And guys, in this next news story, a man who's the police had called the Brixton Slasher has been jailed for life with a minimum term of 32 years for a series of attacks ending in a murder, but he actually refused to come to court. Mohamed Nur, who's 34, killed 31-year-old Johanita Kossiwa Dogbey in a senseless random attack. He had also knifed strangers in South London in broad daylight, the Old Bailey heard. But he actually refused to attend his sentencing today, saying that there was no points coming, and the judge said rare proceedings would begin to punish him for the clear contempt shown. Nur murdered Miss Dogbey, described by her family as a smart, dedicated, and loving girl. I just want to say rest in peace, Miss Dogbey. My condolences go out to your family. She was actually talking on the phone to her grandmother on the way home from buying a gift for her mother at around 4:30 on Monday, May the 1st last year. The defendant admitted Miss Dogbey's murder and having a blade made from scissors on that day, as well as having another weapon made from broken glass the following day when he was arrested. However, he denied 3 counts of unlawful wounding for 3 attacks carried out 2 days before Miss Dogbey's death, but was found guilty and sentenced to each charge today. Addressing the empty dock, Judge Angela Rafferty Casey jailed Nur for life with a minimum term of 32 years. She said all of these victims were complete strangers to you. Someone who saw Johanita said she sounded happy. You would have seen she was talking and had her hands occupied. It is a sickening piece of footage to view, but it must have been more horrific for those present to witness. The savagery of your attack is hard to say in words. She was in the prime of her life and is now with no warning whatsoever before she was killed in this vicious and horrifying attack. You have never offered any explanation or remorse for this senseless act you did. There was a deliberate decision to go out and target the innocent and the defenseless. You are a very dangerous man, and the risk you pose is incalculable. It is my view that had you not been arrested on the 2nd of May, you would have gone on and done more attacks just like you did that day. Ms. Dogbey's family attended court today, and basically the footage was played in court and the family had to walk out. It was only her uncle that remained in the courtroom. It's believed that her mother left the court in tears after the prosecutor was describing the attack on her daughter. So with regards to the other attacks that he committed on the women, the first victim was approached from behind, grabbed and slashed on her right cheek. It caused a 9 centimeter cut, and then the second victim suffered a 15 centimeter facial cut, and the third victim sustained a 6 centimeter wound to her face. The prosecutor told the jurors in each case the victims did nothing to confront or provoke the man who attacked them. Each victim was attacked without warning and for no apparent reason. In short, all the attacks were completely random. There is nothing to suggest that the man who carried out the attacks knew anything about any of the 3 victims. And as I said, when he was stopped by Brixton police, he was found with a weapon which was a piece of a broken mirror. Judge Angela Rafferty Casey also said the murder was random, vicious, horrific, and without mercy. And she said he stabbed her 3 times in the neck, causing fatal wounds, and you did not stop until she fell down. During the hearing, Miss Dogbey's sister spoke about the impact of losing her sister. She said, to say it was the worst day of my life would be too simple. To say it broke me would be an understatement. It hurts to think no one was able to protect her from the actions of this man who snuck up behind her and took her life. She condemned the selfish and premeditated killing, saying her sister would never hurt a fly. In mitigation, Jeremy Wainwright KC said it accepted there cannot be any reason or justification for such a shocking and horrific offence such as this. Casey understood the victim's family wanted to know why, but he had no explanation to offer them. And guys, in this next news story, a wholesale drug dealer who was found in numerous firearms, including sawn-off shotguns as well as cocaine, and attempted to flee from officers who discovered his stash in a shipping container, has been jailed. David Smith, who's 35, was arrested following a raid on his shipping container in Tony Pandy on January the 19th. When police arrived at the container, a stolen Ford EcoSport was seen trying to escape from an embankment but rolled backwards. Sentencing hearing at Merthyr Tydfil Crown Court heard the driver was a man who goes by the name of Corran, who was found in possession of 4 keys which unlocked padlocks on the shipping container, whilst he also had cash and 28 grams of cannabis. When police searched the shipping container, they discovered a carrier bag containing pink rocks. This was found to be a synthetic opiate described by the prosecutor as being 100 times more potent than diamorphine. The drug was said to have originated in China and was sold as fake heroin, which had a high risk of users overdosing. Also found in the container was significant amounts of cutting agents, more than 6 kilos of cannabis trimmings, a hydraulic press, and digital scales containing traces of various drugs. It was discovered that Smith had fled from the area in a Range Rover Sport. He was seen riding as a passenger in a white car, which was stopped by the police, and when searched, he was found with cash, a Range Rover key, and a balaclava. The Range Rover Sport was discovered nearby and contained an ID card in Smith's name, cash, 2 packages of cocaine, a passport, car keys, and a receipt in his name. A Volkswagen Crafter belonging to Smith was also searched, and inside the van there were 2 single-barrel sawn-off shotguns, live shotgun cartridges, 2 electric stun guns, an imitation handgun, digital scale, £17,000 in cash, 4 mobile phones, and a black knuckle duster. Smith pleaded guilty to 2 counts of possessing a prohibited firearm, possessing a disguised firearm, possessing a prohibited weapon, possession with intent to supply Class A and B drugs, and possession of a psychoactive substance. The court heard he had 14 previous convictions, including possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life, for which he received a 5-year prison sentence, and conspiracy to supply controlled drugs, Class B. His pal pleaded guilty to possession with intent to supply a psychoactive substance and possession with intent to supply Class B drugs and handling stolen goods. In mitigation for Smith, his barrister Stephen Donoghue said his client had been helping the authorities since his arrest and has been given enhanced prison status. He said the defendant, who has a daughter, wished to put his criminal behaviour behind him and live a more stable and law-abiding life. And in mitigation for his pal, he said there was a realistic prospect of rehabilitation in his client's case, and he was a different position to his co-defendant. He faced challenges at school, but had obtained employment in the construction industry, though he was misusing cannabis and was susceptible to being easily influenced. Judge Simon Mills said, "The two of you are involved at different levels in street dealing and a wholesale drug dealing business. You used a base to carry out your business where drugs were adulterated, weighed, and prepared for onward supply." The judge told Smith the weapons were clearly designed to protect his drug dealing business. He added, "You know very well the risks of getting involved in crime are serious as this." Smith was sentenced to a total of 12 years imprisonment, of which he will serve half in custody, and his pal was sentenced to 12 months imprisonment, suspended for 2 years. So guys, here's a number of stories coming out from the streets of the UK. Once again, if you already haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Please give this video a little like, as it will help with the algorithms and promote it for others to view as well. Once again, big respect going out to each and every one of you. It's your boy GT. Keep it locked, keep it real.